of all of this, really.
Okay, when you really break it down,
Yeah.
it turns out that these devices, IUDs, are actually less expensive in the long run than birth control pills and more effective. Remember one thing, though, as we talked about, IUDs do not protect against sexually transmitted diseases and HIV. Again, the only way to do that is to use a condom. A lot of people think, oh, I have an IUD, I'm fine. But if you're not in a relationship that's monogamous, you should really be careful.
Yeah, talk to your doctor. Talk to your doctor before you do anything. And Dr. C was also saying that he has young girls, and he says he had a frank conversation with them.
You got to talk to your kids. Start early. Start middle school while they're still listening.
While they're still listening.
If you're starting in upper school, it's too late. They're already tuning you out.
They've forgotten
so
about
true.
you, and they think that you don't know anything.
Exactly.
Dr. Steve, thank you so much for that.
got
This is
it.
an important conversation that you should have. Also, he's going to be back in the 8 o'clock hour because I found this fascinating. I saw this story about a new weight loss option that doesn't involve surgery. You're going to look forward to hear about what it's about and if it's available for you. So he's going to come back in the 8 o'clock hour and talk about that. Kori.
Time right now, 7:25. Still to come this morning, school sexting scandals and keeping your kids out of trouble. On Long Island, students were suspended just for receiving an inappropriate text. Are there any laws that protect those students? We'll get the details from an attorney next at 7:30. Then, bridging the gap in an immigrant community. Dan Manarino has a story about how one group's trying to make a change. And Lisa Mateo's hitting the ice at Barclays Center. Lise, oh, look at you.
Hey, I know, that's right, guys. I've become a member of the band because Disney is celebrating 100 years. I've got Lena by my side. She plays Princess Tiana. We have a performance coming up. But
for 40 years, my family's been making the best bagels in New York City, and we've seen it all.
Mini bagels.
Bagel platters.
Bagel chips.
Flavored cream cheese and tofu spreads.
Bagel pickup, delivery, and shipping.
I mean, what's next? I guess we'll find out over the next 40 years.
Is that you?
Ray, where are you?
I'm being held against my will.
oh no.
Tonight at 8 on the WPIX-11.
Celebrity Cruises. Modern luxury lives here. Choose one free perk when you book a Europe cruise.
And just like that, it's a whole new world outside. And jackets come out of hibernation. And we can feel the air, but we can see it too. And we gear up, and layer up, and zip up. And we make the most of the new season. Because when the world is at its coldest, we're at our warmest. LLB. Guaranteed season after season.
No place to call home. All this week on the PIX-11 News at 10.
Honda knows that getting ahead has its advantages. That's why the newly restyled Accord gives you a soundtrack for your commute, a better view of your surroundings, and can keep you connected while staying on track. The Accord, from KBB.com's best value brand. Nothing compares to a Honda. Visit your Tri Honda dealer and test drive a Honda today.
Disney on Ice celebrates 100 years of magic, presented by Stonyfield Yo-Kids. See over 50 Disney stars.
Tickets start at $15, now playing at Barclays Center, and opens November 18th at Prudential Center. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com.
She's a Black Friday woman. She's a Black Friday woman, saying Christmas doesn't happen without me.
Live from Studio 2A in Pix Plaza, you're watching the PIX-11 Morning News with Krishnan and Kori Chambers.
Good morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us for the PIX-11 Morning News. And that picture says, well, the story right now, because the story weather-wise will change as the day goes on. Not going to be like sunny and beautiful, but you know what? Won't be as wet as the day goes on.
Absolutely. Well, it's a day to honor the country's veterans.
Yeah.
So here are some of the military men and women to keep in mind on this day. We thank you for sharing the photos. This is The father of PIX-11's Arnold Diaz, he's a veteran of World War II, so that's his dad right there.
Yeah, and also take a look at the lower right-hand corner of this photo. That is John J. Cambercio. He also served World War II in England. Send us your pictures of veterans that you would like.
We could give those pictures, and nobody sent me, or maybe they
Well,
did send me.
we're telling you now, Linda.
Canadian Air Force. My dad.
Yeah. So there you go. If you have pictures you want to share, go to the PIX-11 Facebook page.
Too.
We want to see them. My brother is still serving in the Army. There are a lot of people out there that we want to say thank you to for serving, and I think, Caitlin, you were saying to who in your family?
Friends family?
Friends family?
Friends family. I mean, with USO, I've met so many. We've had such an opportunity. So I've gotten to sing bedside at many veterans' homes, singing Angie's Sisters and seeing them light up to hear the music of their time.
Wonderful opportunity.
It makes me tear up. It's really incredible work.
It is pretty incredible, and this is our opportunity to make Veterans Day part of your everyday, because quite frankly, there are men and women who are serving every day, making that sacrifice. So anyway, we want you to support. Send us your pictures so we can salute our heroes, because they truly are our heroes who give us our freedom. Let's talk about the weather, though, because we have the parade coming. We're going to be broadcasting it live. We're all excited, and we want people to show up regardless of the weather.
And they will, I think.
Of course they will. Of course they will. People grab their families, and this is something to go to. It's a traditional event.
Teach kids.
Oh, that's true too. It's an opportunity to give your kids a little learning lesson. They'll be like, "What, Korea? That's a yeah, that was a thing." In the 40s and the 50s out there, 52 in Teterboro, major regional airports could certainly be some slow going today. With the visibility down, the winds are gusting, it's just low ceilings, all of that adds into some slow going at the major regional airports. So if you are trying to fly out of town today, keep that in mind. Air temperatures appear to be okay, but they are not warming up. We have some strong gusty winds out there, especially along coastal sections, and we just do not get any warmer from where we are right now. So this is pretty much it. Speaking of those wind speeds, sustained right now 10 to about 20 along coastal sections. It's not as windy in interior sections. Visibility down to just a mile right now in Islip. 5 miles at JFK, 6 miles for LaGuardia. The visibility isn't brutal. It's 1.75 miles at Montgomery. But just so you know, if you're driving in, it's just that kind of gray. It's basically shades of gray out there today with these light rain showers north and east of the city. We try to dry out during the afternoon hours, so it gets drier and then right before sunset, you actually might see a little bit of sunshine for you. Cold front sitting out west. That's an issue for us tomorrow. Increasing clouds with that, another round of showers. These clear skies push into our area for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Later on this afternoon, 58 degrees. Caitlin.
Well, Linda, you mentioned it's a day a lot of people are going to come out. It's a family day. A lot of kids have off of school. So if you're driving today, please be careful, because the wet road conditions are causing a lot of issues to pop up. And in some cases, we're seeing delays before we see reports come in of what happened. And that's what we're looking at here on 78 eastbound, heading up to the Garden State Parkway. Very heavy traffic in both directions here, particularly coming out of that. So please be careful through this spot. Also on 22 westbound, we have a slowdown spot coming into Hillside right by North Broad Street. So please, again, be careful as you're heading out. Route 21 northbound still has a crash and a very heavy pocket coming up, but the turnpike's doing okay. Still a lot of port traffic over there on 78. And if you're going into Queens or Brooklyn area, everything has cleared except these two issues. The Van Wyck southbound right by Northern Boulevard, and the Throgs Neck Bridge Bronxbound has a crash. None of the crashes we've seen are major crashes, at least not in terms of the impact on traffic, but we've seen a lot of them this morning. A reminder that alternate side parking rules are suspended today, but you still have to feed those meters. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much. It is 7:33, and in this week alone, 2 high school students under heavy scrutiny after sexting scandals amongst their students. One across the country in Colorado, and one very close to home here that we covered yesterday at Kings Park High School on Long Island.
Yeah, 2 students were arrested, 20 others suspended for receiving or sending out video of 2 students engaged in a sexual act. But how much trouble can students get into doing this? And should these students who just received this, they didn't ask for it, just got it on their phone, should they really be suspended? Joining us now to talk about kind of the legal and also the psychological issue here, we have U.S. New York criminal attorney Deborah Blum and also psychologist Dr. Jody Gold. Good morning to both of you, ladies.
Good morning.
And I got to tell you, the reaction from parents of suspended students, they are really upset. They understand this is wrong, and obviously these students that took this video were wrong to do so and distribute it. But to kids that just got this thing on their phone, should they be punished? What do you think?
Absolutely not. 20 students, as you know, were suspended, and most of those were just for receiving the video. And then their parents were told that if their students went to the school during the period of suspension, they would be arrested for trespass. How could these students be threatened with arrest? I understand that the school wants you to report if you receive such a message.
Okay.
But
so you're not okay with it, but you think it's okay, doctor, don't you?
No, I don't think it's okay to arrest kids for receiving a sext.
No, but as far as suspending those kids, do you think that's okay or no?
I don't think it was okay to suspend them. I think it was okay to suspend the kids that forwarded any messages. I think the kids that received it, I think the superintendent overreacted. I think his message is that kids need to be upstanders, not bystanders.
Okay, I hear that, and stand up for what is right and what's wrong. I got that. But I want to know, as a parent, legally, what are my rights as a child? Can a superintendent do that legally? Say that my kid is suspended just for receiving a text? Or a video?
In this instance, I believe that the answer is yes, because this school had a code of conduct that said that if you receive such a message, you have to report it to the school.
Also, what I want to tell you is that there is other schools that were contacted as a result of this on Long Island, and those school boards put out a message saying parents are also now responsible. What do you think about that? And now they're culpable if their students don't carry out whatever is in the handbook. What do you think about that?
Well, this is absolutely ridiculous. There are educational programs that could teach students about the appropriateness of text messaging, and that's what should be done here. Instead
Look, these programs are out there. We've had these lessons. We've said kids don't sext. Kids don't sext. You probably told you stop sexting. Don't do it, right? And yet it continues to happen. One of the fathers of one of the kids who are suspended is like, look, if a kid was to go into the principal every time they received a piece of porno on their phone, they'd be in every day. I mean, doctor, what's going on?
Okay, that's a good point. It is very pervasive. Do you know that 30% of teenagers have received a sext, and that percent goes up every year as you get older? So sexting's become sort of a fabric of the way kids hook up and date.
That's so disturbing.
Well, what am I supposed to do if my kid's receiving sexting messages, illicit, weird photos? I mean, I get them, so I gotta imagine my kids are getting them too. So tell me, what do I do, and what's the conversation I should be having?
Well, the first you should be having a conversation before it happens, if that's possible, talking about what happens if you send a sext. Kids need to think about their digital footprint. They need to understand that their grandmothers can Google them, the NSA can Google them, their college boards can Google them. They need to think about their digital footprint. This is kind of a problem for teenagers, right? Because they're very impulsive. They want to be happy, please other people, and so they put these sexts out there.
But the problem is that here you have just 2 students who are charged with felonies that carry sex offender registration consequences. So laws that were enacted to protect teenagers and children from sexual predators are now being used against other teenagers and other kids.
The reality is that the only thing that you can do ultimately is for the lawmakers to change the law, because law enforcers have to follow the law as it's written on the land. So I mean, ultimately, if you don't feel like the laws are fair, you got to kind of talk to lawmakers.
And here's the deal: if you make one misstep these days, these poor kids live in a very, very brutal world. And one misstep could ruin their whole life, their whole career, their high school ambitions, their college ambitions, whatever they're meant to. And that's the conversation that I think parents need to make very clear.
And that's why parents need to be involved. I think that's why the superintendents are saying parents need to be involved.
Culpability.
This is too much for the kids to take on by themselves. We obviously need to change the laws, but we have to talk more about sexting.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for coming here. Great conversation. Nice to know the legalese and what we're protected against, and also emotionally, and what we have to do as parents to really supervise our children. Let us know your thoughts about this whole sexting scandal on our Twitter page. Go to our Facebook page, leave your comments, and we'll make sure we share them as well.
All right, coming up next, we're tackling race in a Latino community.
Yeah, Dan Manarino has this great story about a group trying to inspire real change and have a conversation about race in America.
It's all about the conversation, Sukanya, and they're doing it in a really interesting way, taking the issues of race and tackling them on a stage where the audience then has to find a solution. We're going to break it all down for you and have their story coming up.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey, all right, Lisa Mateo, Disney on Ice with Mickey and the gang. How are you doing? We're going to check in with her in just a little bit.
There you go, but first, Linda, the Dunkin' Donuts Weather Center.
That's not a bad start. That'd be 42nd and 2nd, looking straight down. That is one of the oddest pictures I've seen. A lot of clouds, a lot of showers out there, low ceilings, visibility's not the best. It's cloudy, it's damp, it's dreary. By the end of the day, you might get a couple of breaks in the clouds, but it feels rather chilly out there, just 58.
That's the perfect weather to warm up with your local Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'.
Catch holiday cookie cheer on the tip of your tongue with Dunkin' Donuts holiday cookie flavored coffees. From 2 to 6 p.m., enjoy any medium latte or macchiato for $1.99. America runs on Dunkin'.
I brought in some protein to get us moving.
I'm new Ensure Active High Protein. I help you recharge with nutritious energy and strength. I'll take that.
New Ensure Active High Protein. 16 grams of protein and 23 vitamins and minerals. Ensure. Take life in.
With so many different places to stay in the Florida Keys, make sure to pack enough for a few extra days. And you're sure to find the perfect spot to leave your other baggage behind. The Florida Keys.
What do you know about the darkness?
The band?
Supernatural. Tonight at 9 on the WPIX-11.
Who doesn't like a good surprise? You'd be surprised how easy it is to get a good low-cost health plan. At NY State of Health, you'll find many quality plans to choose from. Help paying for your plan. A new essential plan at less than $1 a day for New Yorkers with lower incomes. Be surprised. Visit nystateofhealth.ny.gov or call 1-855-355-5777 to learn more. Enrollment for 2016 is happening now.
Apparently, people think I'm too perky, so now I'm not being perky, telling you that drivers that switch to Progressive save an average of $548. Whoa! I mean, woo.
The PIX-11 Weather Center is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'.
Meteorologist Linda Church will look ahead at the rest of the day for you. The parade later on this morning from around 11 until 3. You've got some clouds at the start of the parade. It should be dry. There's a slight chance of a sprinkle at the very onset. But it is cloudy and it is breezy and it is chilly if you're planning to bring the kids out there. So be prepared to have a couple of layers on because it will feel rather chilly. At the end of the parade, at the end of the day today, you might get a couple of breaks in the clouds, so it might get a little bit better at the end of the day. Temperatures really don't sound that bad. The problem is it's gray, it's damp, you've got all the moisture in the air and you've got the breeze. That makes it feel rather chilly at the start. So here are our clouds. Here are our showers. If you're coming down 95, you're coming in the LIE. You're certainly going to pass through those rain showers. Coming up through New Jersey, it's not as bad. Interstate 80 should be on the dry side at this point. So here's what's happening. This is our pretty powerful area of low pressure. It's not a nor'easter. It's just a pretty good size area of low pressure, and it's moving out to sea. It turns breezy behind that, and that's why it's a little cool out there with that breeze. We get into tomorrow, we've got another front coming into the area, which means tomorrow we'll have another shot at some scattered showers. Behind that, high pressure builds in for Friday, Saturday into Sunday, and that means we have a beautiful weekend ahead for you. The rest of the afternoon today, Caitlin, we've got the clouds, we've got the showers out there. The high temperature is up to 58 degrees, and then we clear out by Friday. Back to you.
Well, if you're heading out this morning, unfortunately, the weather has created rough conditions. We've been following that all morning long and its impact on the roads. But one thing that's a safe bet is to take transit on a rainy day like this. And a lot of people coming into the city for the parade might want to do that so you don't have to deal with parking. Even though alternate side parking rules are suspended, the one train is still seeing southbound delays. But other than that, subways are totally smooth. It's been a nice morning for the trains. Mass transit is doing fine. And a nice reminder for our veterans and active duty service members, New Jersey Transit is offering free rides if you bring your military ID. Same with New York Waterways. So a little treat for you today. You deserve it every day, but today you get to enjoy it. Alternate side parking rules, like I said, suspended. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. It is 7:45. All eyes are on Missouri, where racial tensions have boiled over, prompting big changes at the University of Missouri.
Yeah, racism not only a black and white issue. Dan Marino joins us now with the story of how one community is turning racial issues into really a teaching moment, Dan.
Yeah, you know, protesters, presidential candidates, they're all talking about the issues of race this morning. A lot of people weighing in on issues affecting minorities really across the country. But one group right here in New York is tackling the topic in a very unique way on stage.
I'm Dominican and I grew up here in Washington Heights.
I've dealt with a lot of racism myself.
I'm Dominican. I'm from Washington, living in Washington Heights.
There's stereotypes about Latin men.
These are some of the faces of Washington Heights, a melting pot of a community where more than 75% of the population is of some kind of Latino descent, who say racism in their communities has existed long before comments like this.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
Those comments sparked national protests.
Racism has got to go!
But year-round in this small Washington Heights office,
Our focal point is use theater as a tool for creating social change.
the People's Theater Project, with a tiny staff, has taken on a huge topic of race in the community for the past 8 years.
We've dealt with immigration is a big one because we're in an immigrant community, and housing injustice.
And they do it in such a different way, in 2 languages.
Thank you for coming to People's Theater Project. Gracias por venir a People's Theater Project.
Using real stories played out on a stage to create some kind of social change, a dialogue, a conversation.
I've had times when cops approach me and they would harass me and ask me where was I going, where was I coming from. It's actually coming from my job.
Peter Nunez is the subject of the night's play titled Better Than You, the true story of a Latino teacher dealing with a white principal who ends up losing his job for what he believes to be because of his race. And listen to this.
No. English only.
But at the end of each act,
He was speaking in Spanish and he was bugging the principal? Yeah.
the diverse audience must discuss and come up with a solution to what issue they just witnessed.
You are presented with a problem to solve. And I have seen solutions that have blown my mind from my own neighbors.
Different people from different backgrounds and different races, even if just for a moment working together for a positive change. How do you bridge that gap?
Well, what we're doing here, you get people in the room from both sides of the equation and you dialogue about it.
And it's all about that dialogue leading to change. So joining us this morning is Mino Laura, the co-executive director of the People's Theater Project, to give us more details about the group and what else they do year-round. So thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having me.
First, I want to talk about if you feel that the issues of tackling racism through theater really does create some kind of change.
It's yes, overwhelmingly so. I think when you put one of the radical things that I believe we're doing with People's Theater Project is creating a space where people of all colors, but especially people of color, get center stage and get to be main stage. So when that happens, all these issues that are usually not told in the mainstream come to the front.
And you have all the different ethnicities and a diverse audience really talking about how to solve those issues. Let's talk more about the children and the youth, because that's really where this all begins. Yeah. What are some of the issues you hear from youth in your program?
Yeah, so over the year, I mean, in a course of a year, we'll work with close to 1,000 young people. And race is prevalent and comes again center stage with them with this process. And it comes through the face of identity and racial profiling and not access to the same kind of education, quality, high quality education, housing. So racism isn't just how we treat one another one-on-one, but like these bigger things that come up, and we address it in that lens.
And how do you address it? How do you create a change for the youth at a young age and make them feel that they are empowered to really create that conversation and change in the Latino community, and also, dealing with other races and ethnicities as well?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things where we see the impact is when we say, what do you care about and what is important to you and what are the problems you want to address? So when we say this, they speak. And sometimes it takes a long time, actually, because they're not asked these questions very often. So what we give them is these tools to say, you are important. My voice matters, my story matters, and I have something to say.
And you do that through classes year-round. You're also expanding now to Queens.
Yes,
so
we are.
So you're branching out, and for more information, people can log on to your website, right?
Yes, ptp.nyc.
Okay, Mino, thank you so much for coming in this morning and sharing your story on such
so
a very important issue. For more on this story, of course, PIX-11 News app will have all the details, as well as the PIX-11 website, pix11.com as well. Suki, Kori, over to you.
Great story, Dan. More food for thought. Thank you.
Thank you. 7:50 right now. Coming up, a cereal lawsuit. The maker of Cheerios being sued this morning because of its ingredients. A story at 8 o'clock.
And Lisa Mateo is live with Disney on Ice. Hey, Lise.
Hey, good morning, guys. That's right. Disney celebrating 100 years. We are here at Barclays Center. We're going to have a performance coming up in just a bit. But first, this is Lena. She plays Princess Tiana. She's going to give us a little preview. Go ahead. Show them what you got, Lena. Stick around. We've got a lot more coming up.
Beautiful, Lisa. Can't wait. And here's a look at our Instapics of the...
Oh my goodness, it was gone for like a...
can't just like...
I know. Yeah.
Hi, I'm looking for the shower. There are no showers here, ma'am. Well, I'm gonna look pretty silly dressed like this going to the bar. There's no bar here, but we do have hot towels and a bag of peanuts. Emirates planes have showers and they have bars.
This isn't an Emirates plane, ma'am.
No. There's no shower? Oh, and there's no bar? Yeah. Why are you laughing like that? You're killing me. It was such a nightmare. I was on a plane and it was nothing like this.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you so much. Hey, is there someone that we could talk to about maybe flying this around a little bit longer? Just like an hour.
Feeling hungry, grab a snack. Caribbean food delight. Jamaican patties, light and flaky. Caribbean food delight. Taste the difference. Caribbean food delight. Grab a patty, take a bite. Caribbean food delight. Quick and easy, grab a patty, take a bite. Caribbean food delight.
Oh, yeah. PIX-11 presents a 2015 New York Veterans Day Parade today at noon.
Meet the Moores. We're the Moore family, and as you can see, we needed internet that could do more.
We do more games.
And more streaming.
So we need more speed.
That's why we switched to Time Warner Cable.
Now we can connect more devices at the same time. Hi, Grandma and Grandpa.
Look at that.
Time Warner Cable even has an internet plan for us.
Get 50 meg internet for $39.99 per month and ask about free installation. Call 1-855-WANT-TWC.
She's a Black Friday woman. She's a Black Friday woman saying Christmas doesn't happen without me.
It's November, and you're gonna hear a lot of sale noise from retailers. Some even want you to shop on Thanksgiving Day. Really? At PC Richard & Son, it's simple. All month long, get huge savings and great deals store-wide, plus employee pricing on appliances. It's the entire month to get all your holiday shopping done stress-free. So you can save time, save money, and save Thanksgiving for this. It's our November sale event, and it's going on right now at PC Richard & Son.
PIX-11 News, sponsored by PC Richard & Son, the appliance, electronics, and mattress giant.
Hey, grab your Mickey ears and get ready to celebrate 100 years of magic. Disney on Ice reaching a big, big milestone.
Lisa Mateo live for us at the Barclays Center with a preview of the upcoming show. And
Lisa.
Lisa, I got to tell you, you've never looked better.
Oh, Lisa, look at you.
The hat's a little big, though. It's okay. But it's fun. It's so much fun because it's 100 years. I mean, think about it, how much fun we've had with Mickey and the rest of the gang. But, of course, they are celebrating right here. We are at Barclays Center. It is Disney on Ice. Lena, of course, she's been a part of the show. You're Princess Tiana, is that correct?
Yes, I play Princess Tiana from The Princess and the Frog.
Excellent. And you are a Brooklyn girl, is that right?
Yes, I'm from right here in Brooklyn.
Excellent. All right, so tell us what people can expect when they come out to see the show this year.
Well, it's a really fun show. It has a lot of new and old, so you can expect things like Pinocchio, Snow White, Cinderella, all the way up to Disney's Frozen, Princess Tiana, and Rapunzel.
Oh my gosh. And so the performance we're going to see now, it is Toy Story, is that correct?
Toy Story, yes. Woody, Buzz, and Jessie are going to come out and show us a good time.
All right, let's get ready for a little preview. All right, let's step aside and have them take it away.
And as the years go by, didn't you know our friendship will never die?
Woody, Buzz, and the gang right there at Disney on Ice. And of course, they're celebrating 100 Barclays Center. So make sure you go to our website at PIX11.com and we'll have a complete list of the dates that they're going to play. And check in with Lisa a little later on as well.
Yeah.
7:56 still ahead. The pair of thieves police are looking for right now. They're wanted for stealing packages from apartment buildings in one part of Brooklyn. And this is important to all of us as we get into the holiday season. You know those packages that are delivered?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to tell you what neighborhood they're targeting in
You may
Brooklyn.
want to talk to your neighbors, have them maybe take the packages for you. Also, police searching for a missing clue that may help solve the murder of an elderly socialite in Westchester.
Also, if your child plays soccer, listen up. The rules are changing. And
Catch holiday cookie cheer on the tip of your tongue with Dunkin' Donuts holiday cookie flavored coffees, lattes, and macchiatos. Enjoy every sip of the new Snickerdoodle macchiato. America runs on Dunkin'.
Spectre has broken box office records across the globe and is now the #1 movie in the world.
That's more like it.
Spectre, rated PG-13, now playing.
After trying Brookside chocolates, Christopher B. wrote, "Why is this bag only 2 pounds? We couldn't tell if you were joking, so we made a 100-pound bag." Thanks, George.
Introducing Kisses Deluxe Chocolates. With a whole roasted hazelnut, delicate crisps, and layers of rich, creamy chocolate, they're twice the size of the Kisses chocolates you love. Say more with new Kisses Deluxe.
It's the final days of Sleepy's Veterans Day sale. Save up to 65% throughout the store. Plus, save up to $1,200 off select adjustable bases and get up to a $300 gift card with any Tempur-Pedic. Sleepy's, the only mattress professionals.
Okay, we're here. There's Dad, Mom, the twins, Aunt Alice.
You didn't tell me Aunt Alice was coming.
Of course.
Don't forget Grandpa. Can the test drive be over now? Maybe just head back to the dealership.
Don't you want to meet my family?
Yep, totally.
It's practically yours, but we still need your signature. The Sign Then Drive event. 0 due at signing, 0 down, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on a new Jetta and other select Volkswagen models.
Every sip, the taste uniquely Dunkin'. Each cup, uniquely you. Brewed fresh because it's not just any coffee, it's your coffee. Your Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
Live from Studio 2A in PIX Plaza, you're watching the PIX-11 Morning News with Sukanya Krishnan and Kori Chambers.
Hey everybody, it's Friday. Oh, it is Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us here on the PIX11 Morning News. I like to keep you on your toes. It is Wednesday, November 11th, Veterans Day.
Yeah, and of course we are saluting all of the men and women who have served this country so bravely. Thank you so much for your service. You know, today's a holiday, of course, and the holiday season really is upon us. People start ordering gifts to be delivered to their home. Well, you got to hear this story and take a look at this video because there's a couple going around. We're calling them Grinches this morning because they're going around Brooklyn and just stealing any packages they can from apartment buildings. In one case, they pried open the front door. Wait until you see how these thieves got into another locked building. That's all coming up.
Also, there's a new way to fight obesity without any surgery. Doctors are calling it a less invasive way to drop the pounds, and it works by inserting a balloon into your stomach. That's right. Is it for you? We'll explain how it works. Dr. Steve will have the details at 8:30. But first, let's get your day started with the weather.
I know,
it's been raining, Linda.
Things that don't make sense. I'm with you on that. Kori's sitting there
I was
going,
just watching. I'm trying to figure out. But so you swallow the balloon, and well, Dr. Steve will explain
don't
it.
do that, by the way. For those of you at
Don't
home,
do this at home.
that.
Do not do this at home.
Dr. Steve will talk about it a little
Yeah.
bit later, but definitely don't go trying to swallow a balloon to lose a few pounds. That's a nutty way to go. 49 to 50 degrees, upper 40s, low 50s in interior sections, 50s for the most part along coastal sections, still a few upper 40s. We do not really warm up that much out there today. We've got clouds, we've got showers, it's damp, it's dreary, it's shades of gray throughout much of the day today. Just not one of our better days. Off to the west, this is our next front, and that reaches us for tomorrow. But don't worry, everything's great by the weekend. Later on this afternoon, just 58 today, Caitlin, so it's a little chilly out there.
And it's been slick on the roads all morning long. Right now, our problems are heading into New Jersey, starting with the George Washington Bridge, just past the George, actually, on 80-95 in the express lanes, right by 46, Route 1. You've got a delay because of a crash there. So heading out on the George, a little slow, but coming in, no delay, nothing. I mean, it is light today because it is a holiday, not as many people commuting. Same story with the Lincoln Tunnel. This is an outbound crash towards New Jersey at Tunnelly Avenue. So slowdowns there. New Jersey Transit buses are experiencing about a 15-minute delay as you head out. And a reminder, our veterans and service members ride free on New Jersey Transit and on New York waterways today. Alternate side parking rules suspended in honor of Veterans Day. Back to you guys.
All right, Caitlin, our top story this morning is a murder mystery in Westchester. An 83-year-old was found bludgeoned to death in her multi-million-dollar home. Police say the only thing missing from that home is the possible murder weapon, a fire extinguisher. PIX-11's Anthony Lorenzo is live for us in North Salem with more on this strange and mysterious story. What can you tell us, Anthony?
Well, Kori, New York State Police spent much of yesterday fanning out on every corner of the couple's 300-acre estate, searching the woods and the street here, but they seemingly have come up empty.
Inside this sprawling hilltop estate in Westchester County, the murder of a millionaire socialite, Lois Colley. The 83-year-old found by a property caretaker, apparently bludgeoned to death inside her North Salem home.
We had the autopsy performed, and the cause of death is blunt force trauma.
Investigators combed the $3 million property Tuesday for clues, specifically the murder weapon believed to be a fire extinguisher.
Any fire extinguisher discarded on somebody's property, on the side of the road, we're interested in.
New York State Police interviewed the victim's own husband, Eugene Colley, a multi-millionaire who made his fortune buying McDonald's franchises. Right now, Mr. Colley is not a suspect in the case. There was no sign of forced entry at their home, but detectives are reportedly eyeing the motive as a burglary. Nothing missing, though, except the fire extinguisher. An unlikely crime in a quintessential upstate community, giving even investigators cause for concern.
We encourage the community to remain alert and vigilant and to report any suspicious activity.
And police tell me this morning they still have not made any arrests or named any suspects. If you see anything suspicious, give them a call. Reporting live in North Salem, I'm Anthony DiLorenzo, PIX-11 News.
All right, thank you so much, Anthony. It is 8:04. New this morning, a New Jersey child therapist is facing charges accused of sexually assaulting a patient. Elliot Halberstam was arrested yesterday. Investigators say he coerced his former patient, a 16-year-old boy, in the worst way imaginable, encouraging the boy to take, well, explicit photos and videos of himself. Even worse, the FBI believes there may be even more victims if convicted. Halberstam faces possible life behind bars.
8:04 now. It's the time of year when people start sending packages for the holiday season. Well, here's a warning. It's also a time of year to be on alert for thieves. This morning, the search is on for a man and woman accused of stealing packages in northern Brooklyn. In fact, you can see them doing it right in this video. The surveillance video is captured on October 19th. Police say that this pair got into the lobby of an apartment building on Wood Point Road by prying open the front door. They then took a package containing a bed frame. In another case, a resident just buzzed these strangers in. Oh, just come on in. Well, last month, They took packages containing food, clothing, and other home goods.
It is 8:05. The GOP contenders were in Milwaukee last night for the 4th of 9 debates, and this time the candidates actually got a chance to focus on, well, some of the issues, and it did get heated.
Of course it did. Craig Treadway live at the Hyundai PIX-11 studio at Barclays Center with a look at who said what. Craig.
Yeah, it was a debate after all. You know, the contenders clashed on everything last night, from immigration policy, the military, to the role of government, and some chose to focus solely on Hillary Clinton and the policy of Barack Obama. Again, it was a two-tiered debate format with the lower polling candidates sparring as the opening act before the 8 current Republican frontrunners took the stage. On the main stage, the Elite 8 managed to stick with their campaign strengths in a debate format that allowed them more time to answer questions, and like current frontrunner Ben Carson, even answer recent criticism with a bit of humor.
Well, first of all, thank you for not asking me what I said in the 10th grade. I appreciate that.
But on the whole, this debate was clear of the harsh questioning alleged in previous debates, giving candidates time to focus on their core issues, which included a testy exchange on immigration between Donald Trump and Ohio Governor John Kasich, with a little Jeb Bush thrown in for fun.
We will have a wall. The wall will be built. The wall will be successful. And if you think walls don't work, all you have to do is ask Israel.
But if people think that we are going to ship 11 million people who are law-abiding, who are in this country, and somehow pick them up at their house and ship them out of Mexico to Mexico, think about the families. Think about the children.
We have no choice.
He just mentioned my name.
Governor Bush.
Gerald, it was
What happened to my question?
You're not going to have my back. I'm going to have my back. Let me say a couple things here. First of all,
you should let Jeb speak.
We have grown.
No, it's unfair.
Thank you, Donald, for allowing me to speak at the debate. That's really nice of you.
Well, among those watching the debate, Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton, who tweeted this gif of her reaction to the debate, along with the tweet. She said, "Times Republicans offered helpful ideas for the middle class, 0. Times Republicans attacked Hillary, we lost count." By the way, this was the 4th Republican debate so far this year. The next one scheduled for December 15th in Nevada. The Democratic candidates, contenders rather, they're going to have their second debate. It is scheduled for this Saturday. I'm Craig Treadway at the Hyundai PIX-11 studio at Barclays Center. Kori and Suki.
All right, Craig, thank you so much for that wrap up there. 8:07 now. The U.S. Soccer Federation is making changes to the rule books for young players. It's planning to actually ban headers for young players. The changes are part of new safety rules aimed at reducing head injuries. Children under 10 will not be allowed to hit the ball at their head, and players 11 to 13 will face restrictions on that move. The new rules are the result of a lawsuit filed by parents accusing the organization of negligence in dealing with head injuries.
It is 8:08. It's Veterans Day, and a day we take time out to honor the men and women who served our country in the U.S. Armed Forces.
Yeah, in just a few hours, the 96th Annual America's Parade will kick off right here in Manhattan. Kirsten Cole live in the Flatiron District with a preview for us. Kirsten, and some friends it looks like.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You got to have a few friends when you're going to go out and enjoy the parade, right? So the Veterans Day Parade today going to be on PIX-11 this afternoon. First of all, can I turn around and say thank you to our wonderful service members who are here this morning. Thank you for serving our nation, including, we didn't realize, Alec Baldwin. No, it's his doppelganger, obviously. But this morning, we are so happy to have Miss USA, who's going to be out with the USO on the float. We're going to get to the burgers in a second. Don't worry, this is going to make sense. Talk about what an honor it is to be a part of the parade today.
It is such an honor to be here today. It's incredible to be able to honor our veterans. They sacrifice so much for our country, and we're so grateful for all of them. They make this country great.
And you've been partnering with the USO for a while now.
Yes, I've been working with the USO for the past year, and I'm excited. This is one of my last events before Miss Universe, December 20th, and so I'm excited to be able to honor you all today.
Well, go USA. Thank you so much for being a part of it, Olivia Jordan. And also I want to talk to Chef Admir. This is where the burger part comes in. Ben and Jack's Steakhouse, one of the great steakhouses in New York City, right here on 5th Avenue. You're going to be feeding 1,000 veterans tonight?
Yes, we're going to be feeding 1,000 veterans at the Gateway Art Center. So what we're doing here is we're donating $10 for a burger that we're doing. It's a red, white, and blue burger. It's going to go to the United War Veterans Council. It's a blend of prime porterhouse, hanger, chuck, and short rib.
Now, if anybody shows up today and says, "Hey, Chef Admir, can I get the secret recipe for the red, white, and blue burger?" You gonna hook us up? If they say they saw you on PIX-11 this morning live.
That's a different story. Then I might give out the recipe.
So the red, white, and blue burger, just so that you guys get this straight, anybody who comes and sits at the restaurant today and gets the burger, donate half of the proceeds, $10, to the United War Veterans Council. They're the ones who put on this parade, and they provide so many services for veterans throughout the year. It's just another great way to give back. Make sure you thank a service member today for making this country great. Make sure you come out and support them along the parade route today, or watch it on PIX-11 News, live along the parade route in the Flatiron District. I'm Kirsten Cole. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right. That guy does kind of look like Alec Baldwin if you look closely. He kind of resemble him a little bit. This Veterans Day, tune in to PIX-11, celebrate the amazing men and women who have served our nation.
In fact, we're going to tell you live coverage of today's 2015 America's Parade from noon till 3 o'clock. Kori and I will be there on the parade route on 5th Avenue with all the festivities, so we'll also be streaming the parade live on our website, PIX-11 News, and download our app, too.
Yeah. All right, do you give kids Cheerios at breakfast time? The maker of Cheerios being sued this morning. It's all because of the ingredients. Might not be as healthy as you think. We're going to break it down at 8:45.
Also, take a look at this. If you obsess over tech, we've got the gadgets you need. And if you're a Star Wars junkie, well, let's get your game on before the game even comes out.
At Cracker Barrel Old Country Store, we make ordinary days more memorable. With games, home-style meals, specials, even breakfast, day or night. So stop on by. You're always welcome.
Why let someone else have all the fun?
Yeah.
The sometimes haphazard, never boring fun. The why can't it smell like this all the time fun.
What did we do yesterday?
The learning the virtue of sharing fun. Why let someone else have all the fun? That's no fun.
Whoa, good, hey?
Unleash the power of dough. Give it a pop.
It's the holidays, which means a house full of people who all want to get online. So it's the perfect time for Verizon Fios. It has the fastest internet and Wi-Fi available, with speeds from 50 to 500 megs. And right now, you'll get 50 meg Fios internet, TV, and phone for $79.99 a month online for your first year. And with a 2-year agreement, we'll give you all the premium movie channels for a year, plus $400 back. So go online or call now. Get out of the past. Get Fios.
At Cracker Barrel Old Country Store, we make ordinary days more memorable. With games, home-style meals, specials, even breakfast, day or night. So stop on by. You're always welcome.
No place to call home. All this week on the PIX-11 News at 10.
Janet, cough if you can hear me.
Don't even think about it. I took Mucinex DM for my phlegmy cough.
Yeah, but what about Mike?
Works on his cough, too.
Mucinex DM relieves wet and dry coughs for 12 hours. Let's end this.
Choose to move freely. Move Free Ultra has triple action support for your joints, cartilage, and bones in one tiny pill. Move Free Ultra. Get your move on. And now try Move Free Night, the first and only 2-in-1 joint and sleep supplement.
She's a Black Friday woman.
Now through November 26th, enjoy free Thanksgiving favorites from ShopRite. Use the same Price Plus card when you shop, spend $400, and we'll deduct the cost of your turkey, turkey breast, ham, kosher roasting chicken, or lasagna from your order. Happy Thanksgiving.
PIX-11 News, sponsored by ShopRite. We're all about food. We're all about savings. We're all about you.
8:14 now, and a new dad took a selfie in the delivery room, and he actually lived to tell the tale. Take a look at this picture, okay? Is this ridiculous or is this ridiculous? His name is Gil Solano. Posted this selfie with his wife giving birth in the background. He says his wife, Sarah, actually was okay with this, shockingly, and wanted him to take a picture of the expression on their faces as their daughter was being born. Gil showed the selfie to his wife while she was in labor. She says it made her laugh, and he posted the photo on Reddit. It's been viewed like 2 million times.
Listen, as long as your wife is playing along, I mean, that's all you need to know. So it's good. And now it went viral, and now they have a bigger story.
Yeah.
So that's good. All right, 8:15, let's talk about the weather today, and it's been a dreary start there, Linda.
Yeah, it sure is. Got a lot of clouds, got a lot of showers out there. Still some showers now north and east of the city. Throughout much of New Jersey, you're generally cloudy at this point. This is a storm system that is moving up and out of the area, and it's the same system that brought us the rain yesterday. So here's how it plays out. By 9 o'clock, just a couple of leftover showers north and east of the city. By 11 o'clock, we've got a lot of clouds in the area. It's still rather breezy, especially along coastal sections. Not as bad in interior sections. And then during the afternoon hours, most of the showers will be held to the east of the city, but these clouds are going to try and hang in there. You can see by 3, we're trying to get a couple of breaks, but it's pretty tough. You might get a couple of breaks by 5 o'clock. A lot of clouds out there dominating throughout much of the day. Thursday, we cloud right back up. We got another front coming in the area. And here that front is Thursday at noon. You've got the clouds. You've got the showers across the area by noontime, lasting until around 5 or 6. But the best news of all, we clear out Thursday night. We hit Friday beautiful. Saturday and Sunday also look pretty nice. So if you're making chilly, by the way, we haven't been below normal in a while, but absolutely gorgeous with bright sunny skies. The rest of this afternoon, Corey, we got a lot of clouds, got a lot of showers out there, but I look forward to seeing you and Suki out at the parade. Way to go, guys.
Yeah, we cannot wait. It's going to be fantastic. Hope you're watching. Hey, hope you can come out and say hello to us. All right. Well, there are a lot of gadgets, new gadgets to be excited about this year. Xavier Harding is Associate Editor of Popular Science, joining us with some tech to get obsessed with right now. We're just talking. A lot of tech on this table right here would be perfect for a gift for, like, parents, mothers and fathers, people that aren't necessarily tech savvy. So this is not just about the nerds this morning.
It's not just about the nerds. There's a lot of good stuff here. The first one is Access Bento speaker. Okay. So the speaker is no setup wireless speaker. So you just put your phone down on it and it just starts playing. I don't know if they can hear that.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah. So, and you can just take it right off to stop playing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's really
wireless.
cool. And you know, what's great is that it's wireless, but doesn't require the Bluetooth, doesn't require a Wi-Fi setup. Literally, there is no setup. You just put your phone on the thing and it works.
Exactly. If you're at a party, a lot of people trying to play different music. It doesn't require any setup.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
great. Yeah.
What's next? We're talking Mophie, right?
Yeah, Mophie. So Mophie's really known for their battery cases. This battery case doubles your battery life and it acts as a storage device. So you can get 32 gigabyte, 64 gigabyte, 128 gigabyte.
Oh my
So if your
goodness.
photos are like kind of bogging down your phone.
That's great because there are so many people, especially if you have like an iPhone, it doesn't have expandable memory, right?
Exactly.
So your photos are filled up. You put this case on, you get more battery, and you get more space.
Yeah, photos and videos bogging down your phone, you get the space back.
Man, why every time you come here, you cost me money because there's stuff I gotta get for people.
You can just have all the stuff. It's yours. It's yours.
Oh, sure,
So,
sure it is. All right, so this thing, I've heard a lot about this this router, okay? Because routers are not simple things.
They're not simple
You ever
things.
tried to set up a router? It's like, all right, sit down, go to the manual, you're on this page and that
Exactly.
page. This is supposed to be simple.
Yeah, this is Google On Hub. It's Google powered. You can divvy up, prioritize which devices get better internet. So say you watch Netflix on your iPad, not so much your laptop. You can say, okay, give the iPad more juice when it comes to internet, and it's powered via an app.
So it's great for like your power users because you can really be specific, but it's also great for somebody that doesn't know how to do it. You plug it in and it just works.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
Exactly.
Why is this mug special?
So this mug is special because it's made by Ember. This mug lets you dictate how much heat or coolness you want to give to your drink.
Oh, wow.
It can be controlled via this dial or a smartphone app, like most of the stuff on this table.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then you have a video game for us.
Yeah, so this is Star Wars Battlefront. You may have heard of this.
I've heard of the Star Wars thing.
Yeah, it's like a small kind of movie.
A small thing, it's supposed to coming out, yeah?
Yeah, so Battlefront is coming back in time for the episode 7. This game comes out November 17th, and it's just like a first-person shooter.
Okay.
You can like be dropped into the world of Star Wars.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it's pretty cool.
And then the final thing here is something that can go on your bedside, and if you have a certain phone or you have an attachment for your phone, you can charge your phone right from your lamp.
Exactly. So this is the Aerolite lamp. It uses OLED organic bulb, so it's going to last a while and save you energy.
I got my phone here.
Yeah, put your phone down, and it should be able to charge if you like line it up right.
Okay.
Let's see if it's going to work.
Line it up right.
And there it is.
Okay, so my phone is charging
and
now.
You can turn it on via this any touch panel. Touch anywhere in the base, and it turns on and off.
And it's going to work only with phones that have the QI or the
Qi
setup.
It's most Samsung phones.
Most of the
a few
Samsungs got
iPhone
it.
cases. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Xavier Harding, man, costing me money every time you come by from Popular Science. It's good to see you, though, and it's good to see all this cool stuff, some really good gift ideas. By the way, you want to see more of these products, go to WPIX-11, our app there, scroll to the Morning News tab. All right, Suki, over to you.
All right, lots of good stuff. Are you guys getting ripped off by the guys who bring you home heating oil? Well, dozens of people are under arrest this morning. We'll explain what's going on in the next half hour. Plus, Cheerios facing a big lawsuit. A consumer group says General Mills is misleading us. Monica Morales is explaining why. And Lisa Mateo got her skates on. Ooh, are you underneath the fountain there, Miss Lisa?
You know this fountain, Suki. It's from Frozen. That's right. Let's go, Lena. Of course, Disney's celebrating 100 years of magic. We've got a lot more, including a performance from Frozen, so stick around right after the break.
Today, starting at 5, a scary part of the law that puts you in danger almost every time you cross the street. Crazy crosswalks and the new push to keep you safe. Plus, it's a street art invasion. Guess who's coming to New York? Today on the WPIX-11 News, starting at 5.
Meet the Moores. We're the Moore family, and as you can see, we needed internet that could do more.
We do more games.
And more streaming.
So we need more speed.
That's why we switched to Time Warner Cable.
You can too. Call 1-844-633-9024.
Now we can connect more devices at the same time.
The Wi-Fi in this house is amazing.
For my guacamole.
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa.
Look at that.
Time Warner Cable even has an internet plan for us.
Get the internet speed that's right for you. From 3 megs to ultra-fast 300 megs.
They even made it easy to switch with a 1-hour arrival window.
Why settle for less when you can get more? Get 50 meg internet for $39.99 per month. Call 1-844-633-9024. You could get free installation, no data cap, and access to over 400,000 TWC Wi-Fi hotspots with select plans. Call now.
Is that you?
Ray, where are you?
I'm being held against my will.
Oh no.
Tonight at 8 on the CW WPIX-11.
Dunkin's new sweet black pepper bacon sandwich with double the slices of caramelized crispy peppered bacon. It's the bacon experience you've been waiting for. Bacon up. America runs on Dunkin'.
Diamonds, the jewelry factory has thousands of GIA diamonds guaranteed the lowest price. Certified 2-carat solitaires $59.90. 2-carat rings and studs are $39.90, and certified 3-carat rings $7,900. Plus no interest for 12 months. The jewelry factory in Hackensack.
After trying Brookside chocolates, Christopher B. wrote, "Why is this bag only 2 pounds? We couldn't tell if you were joking, so we made a 100-pound bag." Thanks, George.
It's the final days of Sleepy's Veterans Day sale. Save up to 65% throughout the store. Plus, save up to $1,200 off select adjustable bases and get up to a $300 gift card with any Tempur-Pedic. Sleepy's, the only mattress professionals.
Disney on Ice celebrates 100 years of magic, presented by Stonyfield Yo-Kids. See over 50 Disney stars.
Tickets start at $15, now playing at Barclays Center, and opens November 18th at Prudential Center. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com.
Every sip, the taste uniquely Dunkin'. Each cup, uniquely you. Brewed fresh because it's not just any coffee, it's your coffee. Your Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
It is 8:23 and getting ready to celebrate 100 years of magic. Disney on Ice is reaching a big milestone this year.
Yeah, Lisa Mateo live at Barclays Center with a preview of the upcoming show. And let it go, let it go. Take it away.
Yes, you are right. We're about to see a little performance from Frozen, guys. But yes, it is 100 years of Disney on Ice celebrating here at Barclays Center through Sunday. So be sure to check it out and get those tickets. But Lena, you're from Brooklyn. You're a Brooklyn girl, so you fit in pretty nicely here. But you've also been a part of this show. Now, who do you play?
I play Princess Tiana from The Princess and the Frog, and I'm also an ensemble skater, so I do a lot of other roles.
You do. All right, so when people come out to see the show, is there a theme? What can people expect to see?
Well, it's 100 Years of Magic. Disney on Ice presents 100 Years of Magic, presented by Stonyfield Yo-Kids Organic Yogurt. So what you can expect is a little bit of new and a little bit of old, all the way from Pinocchio, ranging to Disney's Frozen.
Excellent, and that's what we're about to see right now?
Yes, we're about to see Anna and Hans. They're going to explore their love and